Hello and welcome back. So I've given it a while to load and surprise, surprise, it's still loading. So hopefully yours did a little bit better, but we'll see what is going on as we go along. And also here, when I try to click show here, oh, there we go. I got it this time. Surprise, surprise. So return URL, let's add that. So here it's saying transaction completed by test. So it was supposed to redirect the user, but I guess it couldn't. So I'm going to say okay here. Let's give it somewhere to go. So let's type thanks at the very end there, like so. Let's see if that actually exists here. I don't think I actually added this to the a view for this, but let me copy that, the whole link, and it's simply redirected for some reason. Thanks. Let me click that again. Okay, so while that is happening, I will come back here to the return URL and just paste it there. That's the one. Okay, so thanks for shopping with us. It's supposed to send us here. So good. So let's click add. Oh, so I guess you can add more than one, right? Users are redirected to this URL after live transaction. Allow up to 3 hours for the change to take effect. So okay, let me remove that. And once I have added this, I have no idea how to save this. So once I add it, I guess that's it. Interesting. Anyway, that's what it is. So we'll hide it there for now. I don't know what this secret is though. When you generate a new secret, you still maintain the original. Generate new secret. I have no idea. Let me click that to generate a new one. Okay, so that side is done. We are good to go. Now we want to be able, I'm just going to wait for the return URL to take effect, maybe 3 hours or so. So we're going to see how that works in a later video. But for now, what we want to do is study the information that we've received, because that's more important. So this is the text we received from our webhook. So let's see how we can use this data to know what exactly happened. So copy this and let's come to just open an empty page and paste it there. So there we go. Actually, what we're going to do is let's use the thanks for shopping with us here. Let's go down to where the views are, and let's find the thanks. Where did I put that? Thanks right there. Okay, because this is somewhat empty, there's only one text there. That's all good. So we can add some PHP code up here. So I'm just going to say PHP like this and close PHP tags. And then I'll add this to a string, and I'm going to do that. Put the quotes and then paste like so. Now the thing is there are double quotes in there. So instead, let's use single quotes on the outside to avoid conflicts like so. Very good. Put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so that's the data we received. Now we want to be able to see it. So what I will do is here, I'm going to echo some pre-tags just to make nice, because I want to echo out an object. I know this is an object because it's got curly braces like this. So this means this is a key value pair. And because it's got braces like this, it means it's an object. It's a single object here. So what I will do here is say obj is equal to, that's just a variable, so you can name it anything you want. I want to create an array from that string. So I want to use JSON because I can see it's JSON. So I will use JSON decode like this. So let's say string like that. So we are decoding that. If you want this to be an array and you don't like working with objects, just put true here, then it's going to be an array instead. Okay, then at this point, I can just say print readable object. So say obj like that. This way, it's going to be much easier to read what's going on. So let me come back here and refresh this very page. Oh, my bad, sorry. What we can do at this point is switch over to the local version of the website, because really we don't need to go online at this point. You can just say public thanks. Was it? No, maybe not. I think that's correct. Anyway, let it load. This is the local version, and for some reason it also is taking a while to load. This is just incredible. I have no idea why. Oh, looky there, it's getting some Google fonts. I see what's going on. But anyway, it loads. So this is the local version. I have switched to the local version because I don't want to keep uploading any changes that I make. So we can just edit the local version here. And this is the data right here. So as you can see, we have useful information here all the way down to the bottom, and then thanks for shopping with us. Okay, so all this information is very useful. So you just have to choose what information will make sense to you and utilize that. But at the same time, like I said, we have to save this entire data in the database as well, just for future reference. So here, let's zoom in a little bit. So we have this ID over here, and you can check how many characters are on this by simply copying it like this and using, no need to count, just use PHP. It can do a better job. So we just say string length, we just say echo string length, and then just put quotes and paste the string in there, and it will tell us how long that string is. So just refresh the page and you see it's 38 characters, which is good. So 38 characters here. So we need to create a column for the ID that's at least 40 characters, just to be sure. You can do several tests and see if the character length changes, so that you prepare for that as well. Or maybe you can just put it at 100 just to be sure. And then this is the event version, the created time. This is when this event happened. And then check out order. But what we are really interested in is the event type. What type of event is this? It says checkout.order.approved. So this means our payment actually went through, which is good, right? Now, in order for us to know, we can go to the accounts here, and once we get to the accounts, we can see if there was a reduction in the amount of money that the account has. So still loading there as usual. Where is this? Accounts. I guess it's still loading, but you can always check there. So let me come back here for a second. What's happening? Oh, the local version. So checkout.order.approved. This means the order was approved. An order has been approved by buyer. So this is the summary here. So you can get these pieces one by one and save them to separate columns in the database. And then there's this resource here, and then there's the amount. So the important thing here to remember is to check the details to match, to make sure that we know that the owner paid the required amount. For example, the value that was paid is this one right here. So what other thing is important? The description here is important, because this description is going to serve as the key to connect the transaction in our database, and then this information that has come from PayPal to tell us whether this transaction went through or not. So very, very important there. So how exactly do you get the item that you want? So let's say, for example, I want to check out this value. I want to echo this value by itself and save it separately so that I can make a comparison. So you just have to look where it is here. These are all objects, by the way. So we will use the arrow notation. So from the main object itself, we're just going to go to resource here. So we go step by step. So let me come back here for a second. So here we can echo out, where is this? Right here. Let me put a break tag like this. Break tag. Okay, so I'll remove this string length here. Instead, what I will do is try to echo out the one of the items there. So say obj, and then use the arrow notation and say resource. Now the resource is an object as well, so I can't just echo the object here. What I need to be able to do is to go inside here, resource, and let me go to because I need to get to this point here. So in here there is purchase units. Okay, let's see if there's somewhere else with the data that we want, somewhere easier to get to, but no, this is it. So if I want to get the amount, so I'm going to go through purchase units, and then I will go to amount, and then value. So back here, resource, purchase units, amount, value, like so. So this is how I get to my actual amount. So let me come back here and let's refresh the page and see if we get. So it's saying attempt to read property value on no. So it's saying this is not correct. Well, it seems here from purchase units there's an array here. It's actually an object. So let's see here, what is it saying? Attempt to read property amount on array. Okay, so amount is trying to be read on an array. So this is an array. So instead, let's do this. Maybe that's more like it. Refresh. Let's see what error we get. Okay, there we go. So now finally we get the amount. That's how it goes, like that. Okay, so that purchase units 0, and then amount, and then value. So let's see what's also more important here. The more important data is event type. So here we must get event type as well, and then confirm. If the event type is what we are looking for, then we know it was a success. Otherwise, it was a failure. So what we can do now, since we know the type of data that we are getting here, let's decide to save this data in our controller. So we're going to do that in the next video.